Welcome, guys, and today we are going to be reading. Shoot, you're not supposed to see this. My Fair Thomas. I actually just found this, so this is the character's info. There's a thing at the end. Read it. Okay. The reason I put these here is because I wanted to, and it might also be because it's a lot of info to put in the description. Character's age: Ringo, 16. Todd Lawrence, 32. Thomas Rosewald, 30. Edward Gould, 30. Matthew Heavens, 33. Patrick Lawrence, 34. And you get the rest. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and chapter 1. I can't pronounce that. Sorry, guys. So, Tom's POV short. I hate how this place turns out to be just. I hate it. So-called Dan Redlito had to fucking ruin this country. I also got the news that Redlito is sending out some soldiers to do some sort of clear out. It's probably to see if there are people who are against the Red Army. Third person POV short. But little did Thomas know that's not what the intentions are. Tom, Ed, and Matt lived in a new house, and the three were back together. But since the news about the Red Army, they've been more cautious of what they do. They decide to all be together, except when someone goes to the bathroom, of course. Thomas POV. Over the time, Ed and Matt eventually got together, which was nice since it was clearly obvious that they like each other, but for me, nothing really changed. I've become a little more paranoid, but it passes off quickly. Plus, I'm used to it. Anyways, at the moment, Ed, Matt, and I are watching TV. Well, Ed and I are old. Anyways, sometimes I get lost in thoughts. Sometimes a little too long. Hey, Ed, can we watch the news? I ask. Oh, sure. Ed smiles, changing the channel to the news. Then there was a knock at the door. Ed and I both look at each other. Wait, Tom, do you think Ed trailed off? I don't know. I whisper in response. I have a bad feeling, though. I whispered. I want you to take Matt and go into my room and lock yourselves inside, I said. Ed hesitated but didn't ask. I let out a sigh, the person knocking at the door once again. Calm your ass down. I'm coming, I said, and made my way to the door. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I opened it to be faced with 3 people, 1 female and 2 males. They all stood there with their posture straight, as if they were in an army. They noticed their uniforms all matching. Well, that explains why they're standing like that. What do you want? I said, a question more like a demand than a question. I presume you must be Thomas Rosewood. Am I correct? The girl asked. Who's asking? I am, she said. Being a smart ass now, are we? Now you're coming with us, she said, and grabbing my arm. Hey, I said. Stop being so stubborn, she said. She quickly turned me around and tied my hands together. She looked at the 2 men. Search the place, she ordered. Make sure to check every room, and if you find anyone, bring them along, she said. The 2 nodded and went inside the apartment. Oh God, I hope they don't hurt Ed or Matt. I snapped out of my thoughts when the girl pushed me forward. I stumbled but caught myself. Move, she said sternly. She held out my arm. I couldn't make a run for it, and even if I could, I wouldn't. I wanted to make sure my friends were safe. We eventually got outside and walked over to a van. She opened the back and pushed me in. Thanks, I said sarcastically. She just rose her eyes and crossed her arms. A few minutes of silence later, the two guys came back with Ed and Matt. I heard a chuckle come from the goal. No. No. Red Leader will be so pleased. Be very pleased. Hey everyone, as those who see this when I posted it, it is in fact my birthday. Oh, we should say happy birthday to this guy. But I think I'm just gonna okay, and sorry about that. So anyway, we're gonna be Capital 2, part 2, chapter 2, I like it, but okay. Okay, Tom's POV. The car jerked to a halt, almost causing us to ram into the wall. The door opened. You could have at least tried to be more careful, I groaned. Do you not have a goddamn driver's license? No. Driver's license? I spat. Shut up, Thomas, the blonde male said. His name tag said you. Oh, I slightly chuckled at the name. Be glad we did not knock you guys unconscious when coming here, you said. I glad I'm you serious with those driving skills. You would not have to, I said. Pat's POV. I noticed you, Sam, and Gray, they were heading towards Red's office, and they also had some people tied up. Paul, come with me, I said. We quickly make our way toward them. You, Sam, Gray, I said. They all stopped in their tracks and turned around to look at us. Oh, Pat, what is it? Gray asked. I do not think now is the best time to go see Red Leader, I said. What? Why not? You asked. Well, Paul was cut off by a gunshot coming from Red's office. That, Paul said. I went up and walked into his office. Red Leader, I said. Yes. Todd stopped. Pat. I noticed Todd slightly smile when he saw it was me.